Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic episode of TerrorCrave. We are your hosts for the evening. As always, I am Lee, and I am here with Jason. Jason, and to the rest of you, happy holidays. It's the week leading up to Christmas. Are you ready, my friend?
I am. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you, man. It feels like Christmas time. And maybe not last week, but this week it feels like Christmas time.
No, you're right. It finally does. But you know what? I actually prefer that. I don't like, I can't imagine the people who are raised in Florida or California never knowing that. First
Oh
of all, you could
yeah.
never get a white Christmas, but then you walk outside and it's 85 degrees, bright and sunny. And maybe you won't recognize that if you're born in those areas. But for me, I like a little coldness to my
Oh
Christmas. You know
yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Now it's gonna be 60 some degrees here on Christmas Day in Virginia. But it may not snow at everyone's house, but it's gonna snow at my house. I
It's
bought
because
that snow machine, so we didn't use it in the movie, but we're gonna use it here on Christmas Day. So
indeed. Well, guys, speaking of the movie, Jason, I'm glad you brought that up. We just want to give you first of all, big shout out to you, my friend, for coming up with the idea and the execution of it all. Nice work, man. Christmas dinner is what we're referring to. And we also want to just give everyone out there in the audience a big round of applause. As of today, the day of recording, we're at 8,500 views. And I know in the scheme of things that might not seem a lot, but for two guys from Culpeper who are putting together this
yeah.
with the rest of the team,
Yeah.
me following Jason's lead, I think 8,500 views is pretty good so far.
I do too. It's the most we've gotten on any of the movies or anything really. But it was a good story, but my story couldn't happen without you and Jake and Steve and Fluffy. That's Chris and Liz and Mary and Dave on helping out. And you guys made the movie. I just gave you the idea, man.
Well, again, thank you very much, my friend. But we follow your lead, but it's great to be a part of it. And again, thank you guys very much. We want to just
Yes.
give a quick shout out to you, the audience,
Yeah,
for
man.
helping us achieve that. And there'll be more coming out soon.
Many
So
more, many more.
keep
Oh, and
keep tuning in.
back by popular demand, or maybe just because Lee and I don't want to wake up dead, Alice is back with us tonight. And
Indeed,
she said she
Alice.
didn't want to have anything to say. She just wanted to hang out. So that's cool.
Well, Alice, I've always said you're more than welcome to join us, my friend. The less said what Jason says about you, the better. No, just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm watching you back. Jason, in case something goes
Please
down.
do. Please do.
I got you,
Yeah.
my friend. Well, guys, we're going to do a couple year-end things here. Couple good genre shows here have ended over the past few weeks, so we're going to jump in and talk about them. Why don't we start with Chucky first? The first show from Chucky, based on the show or the movie Child's Play. We've been singing its praises here for the past couple of weeks, but it did wrap up its run here not too long ago. And Jason, I thought it ended great. I was always wondering how the show would end. You know what I mean? If it was going to be a self-contained ending or what have you. Then they announced season 2. So I'm glad to hear it's doing well in the ratings. Got a season 2. They announced it, I think, right before the show ended. So that's fantastic. So we'll expect another one. But yeah, I mean, I thought it lived up to it blew my expectations away. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the finale. What do you think?
Yeah. For this one, I'll just say great, loved it. Can't wait till next season. I don't even want to say anything about as far as like what happened in the last episode. You're free to, but I feel like if you haven't watched this series, and people that are watching, if you haven't watched this series, if you're an 80s horror fan, 90s horror fan, if you liked Child's Play, watch this series, man. It was awesome, dude. I loved every episode. I love the finale. I love that they're giving it another season because it deserves it, man. It was way past my expectations. Loved it.
Again, blew mine away as well. Like I said before, they almost lost me with the bride or child of the child.
No, you're talking about the series. All right.
The Child of Chucky or whatever that was called when it came out not too long ago. About 15 years ago, I guess. They almost lost me, but then they came out and kind of did a soft reboot in a way with Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. And then those, kind of got a little bit more serious and down to its roots. And again, I just got to say, there's not very many horror series from the 80s that have had a clear run where where one movie is it discounted from the other ones, or they act like
Yeah.
this movie doesn't count. This
Yeah.
had a clear direction, and Don Mancini, I think, is the reason of that. I think he's written and directed maybe all of the stuff that's involved. Maybe there's one or two that he didn't, but he's
Hmm.
been a true hand. Yeah, because if you look at Friday the 13th, none of those, there was really no continuation in all of those movies. As good as as much as we all enjoyed them, there was no through story. Same with
Right.
Nightmare on Elm Street. There was some movies that didn't count, or when Freddy's Dead Final Nightmare came out, there was all these little soft reboots and all of this
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and same with Halloween. But Chucky Child's Play has just been one solid through story the whole
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Well, even with Halloween, with the new ones, the new trilogy, I call them, that are out now, or the new one coming out next year, that's going off just the first movie. That doesn't even count the second
Exactly.
movie. And that's confusing if you don't watch it, that you don't,
Yeah.
because I really thought it was going after part two before Season of the Witch part three, but it wasn't. Part two didn't even happen. So, that kind of messed me up. But I see
Yeah.
why now. If you watch the movies, you'll understand. But you're absolutely right that this one follows, even where this series takes off, is right in the timeline.
Yeah.
Everything's in the timeline. And most of your remakes, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of the Halloween ones, other than this, the weird way they're doing the newest stuff, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all of those jump around, or they tell a different story, or what led up to it, or whatever. And not saying they're
Yeah.
bad, because I like the Rob,
No.
Rob Zombie. I love him. I love those Halloween movies. I love the Friday the 13th remake. I hated the
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Right.
Which it probably would have been fine if they used Robert England.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
And
But
I'm not arguing about that. I'm just right on
yeah. There
that.
you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, but no, so yeah, this one has, just like I said, so big round of applause to Don Mancini, because every movie, or every counts. Every movie counts. There's no
Yeah.
ignoring one movie or another. So bravo, because like I said, there's no other horror film out there, or horror
No. No.
series
Yeah.
that does that. So no, so and like Jason said, I think now it's all on Peacock too. So
Yeah.
you can binge it all. But guys, if you're looking for something to watch over the holidays and you're tired of the Christmas stories, you're gonna go back a couple of months and revisit something from Halloween.
Yeah.
Chucky's the show. Check it out.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, cool. So another show that just wrapped up its run has been, well, both two shows actually, Fear the Walking Dead, and then Walking Dead World Beyond. Walking Dead World Beyond actually ran for its 2 seasons, and then that storyline is said and done. So what we witnessed with that was a series finale.
Yeah.
Fear the Walking Dead is actually just in a mid-season break, uh, you
Right.
know. But which one do you want to tackle first, my friend?
I guess let's touch on World Beyond real quick, because I didn't watch the second season. Not that I didn't like it. I was watching other stuff and didn't have time to. I did cheat and go watch the after end credits of the finale, which I will say, I'm glad it didn't really have a lot to do with World. You can watch that and it's not going to mess up me going back and watching season 2 of World
Right.
Beyond. So that was cool.
Yeah.
What you
No,
watched it, so what did you think?
I thought it was good. I did enjoy some of the characters. I thought it got better. My cousin, I mentioned this before, she's a big Walking Dead fan. She tried to watch World Beyond when it first came out, and she felt like she was watching Walking Dead for kids. You know what I
Oh,
mean? And
yeah,
and I can
yeah,
see why it felt that way for the first couple episodes. But then as it went on and it got closer to the end of season 1, I think it got a little bit tighter and a little bit more serious in tone. And then season 2 I thought was really good. But what I liked about these is I think what this did is really introduce us to the world. When we finally get these Rick movies, the world that was introduced to us in World Beyond will make more. It won't be foreign to us. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Because we'll know exactly what's happening. This government, the shadow government that's running the states, or running the world now, or what have you. We'll know a little
right,
bit more about that. The soldiers that have been introduced slowly in Fear the Walking Dead. And if you're just slowly watching those soldiers that keep popping up, you don't really know what they're all about. But if you watch World Beyond, you know where these soldiers are from. You know what I
right,
mean, and all of
right,
that. Uh, it's just good. But to your point, you got there the end of the World Beyond, the tag that that is really the big deal for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I said, this
yeah.
is, yes, it's great for when the Rick movies come on. We'll know a little bit more about where he is and the environment that he's in and all of that stuff. But I think the tag is really getting setting the stakes high for those Rick movies.
It was exciting.
You know,
Just
it
that
was.
little 2 or 3 minute end of the, little preview or whatever. But
Are we spoiling it and talking about it or no? Yeah, I think we
um
are.
yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
We can talk about that.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What were you gonna say?
well, I just want to real quick just touch base back on the way they filmed World Beyond was totally different from Fear and from Walking Dead. It was filmed a different way. At first, I didn't know if I liked it, but then as somebody that does editing and film editing and stuff, I liked it, man. I liked the way that it was filmed a little bit different and just like it
Mhm.
had a different color palettes come in, and I like that anyway. So I can see how that could have been a turnoff from people, that it wasn't just that added to it,
Right.
along with the people thinking, well, this is going to be about kids in it. But
Yeah.
you watch the first couple of episodes and I got hooked on it. And like I say, I will watch the second season, just haven't had a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So
it was good. But the tag at the end, if we're going to dive into that briefly, that it opens up in France, and you kind of find out that's where a lot of times in the graphic novels, let's just be upfront, when it ended, the graphic novels ended maybe a year or two ago, actually,
yeah,
with the story that Walking Dead's taken from, and they never answered where the disease, where the virus or what have you, the where the walkers came from, or how this even started. Something fall from space. What was it? A meteor?
yeah,
Just what was it? So now they've given us an answer in the show at the tag of the world beyond. It's a man-made
man.
virus for you,
Yep.
you know? And so what it's doing, it seems like it's also escalating. So now we're not just getting those old zombies or walkers
No,
from Night of the Living Dead. We are getting those
no.
fast zombies from Dawn of the Dead, Zack
Yeah,
Snyder's Dawn of the Dead
World
that
War
came out about
Z
12
type
years
stuff
ago.
going on
World War
here.
Z, exactly, even
Yeah,
better
man.
reference. Yeah. So, I mean, these guys are going to be fast. And that ups the stakes dramatically for the Rick films because, again, I always wondered, because with all these years, 10 years of Walking Dead and 5 years now, 6 years of Fear, you know, Fear the Walking Dead and 2 seasons of World Beyond, they've given us every kind of dramatic stake you can with these walkers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, how are they going to escalate these Rick movies to make them more? And now I just realized how they're going to do it,
It's a whole
introducing
lot
these
more
fast
tension
zombies.
going on. It's a big difference when you're talking about walkers or the zombies in Night of the Living Dead, where you could walk by and even like push them down, to where
Yeah.
you're talking about something like chart. So, I mean, look at me, man. I want the Night of the Living Dead, just because if I was in that position, I don't want the World War Z's on. I'd be dead, man, like quick, like fast,
Right.
man. If I can push them
You
down
would
or
be both.
whatever,
Right.
if I got to run, I'm just like, just take me, man.
Take me down. Now I'm
Yep.
with you, man. I'm the same way. But and also not only that are they're fast, but they seem to be slightly smarter because in the tag, this lady gets shot, and then within a matter of moments, usually it takes a couple hours for somebody to be reanimated into a
Yeah.
zombie or a walker. It seemed like it was a matter of minutes or seconds. She got shot. The guy left the room, locked the door. She was up and at him, the lady who got shot, up and at him and ready to rock and roll. And not only that, usually a zombie or a walker needs to hear a noise, and then they kind of go towards that noise. She knew
She
that was a
remembered.
door.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? It
Yep.
was she didn't wander around the room. She went quickly to that door and was like trying to get out of it. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So they're a little
Yep.
smarter too. Some smarter zombies and some faster zombies. And now
Yeah.
these Rick movies, I cannot wait. I mean, I already couldn't wait for it, but now with the stakes, that high, it's going to be incredible.
Have you heard when
Be
that's coming
incredible.
out? That's not this year, is
No,
it?
I
They
don't
got to
think.
hurry
I
up.
don't
You
know.
can't let people wait too long, man. I'm
I
really
know.
like Stranger Things better be really good, man.
I
Because
know.
good
It's
Lord,
already
it's
been.
been
It's already been. Has it been 3 years now since
for
Rick has
three
left
years.
the
Yeah,
series?
yeah,
So yeah, he's been gone for a bit. So you're right, and I think that obviously COVID has slowed everything down. You know what I
yeah.
mean, and
But
everything.
Rick's
So
the man.
and
Everybody wants to see Rick, so they'll
they
make
do.
that movie will be big. It'll be big.
Yeah, it will be. I'm looking forward to it 100%. So that was great, and maybe we'll see these other characters too from World Beyond Live One Another series. Well, we don't know.
I hope so.
Yep. Now Fear the Walking Dead. That's I thought, my problem, and I enjoy Fear the Walking Dead, but there's a lot of characters, and what I think they've decided to do, the way they've decided to tell the story sometimes drags for me
Yeah.
because they it's almost like an anthology show where
Yeah.
they'll focus on two characters and then tell their story. And then the next episode will be focusing on two more characters, and it's just a little different. Um, this I enjoyed what they're doing. For all of you guys to catch everybody up, Strand is being basically positioned, and he's been got this little society that he's growing in the sky, the building that he's got in control of, and basically seeing the creation of a villain. We're seeing the
Yeah.
creation of a Negan for somebody,
Yeah.
and he's really going way deep into the bad side. The finale had finally gave us a little background on Alicia. She's been missing for the whole season. She is alive. I won't say quite well, but she is alive. And the way they teed it up, man, the finale, I thought that was really good. I thought it was awesome that Alicia, Morgan and Strand have been at odds the whole season, but now Alicia came back, and Strand really wanted Alicia. I think that's the one person he still truly cares about.
Yeah, I agree.
Wanted her back, and now she's like, we're going to war, man. That's how it ended. Boom.
What do you think of her hand thing with the skeleton, man? I think that was a little much, but
I guess she's crafted some type of prosthetic hand, I guess, out of her old hand.
Yeah.
It was a little much, but what I don't get is that she says she's still fighting the virus, which that would change things storyline wise, I think, because she's been having this virus now for a few months, it seems, or at least lost her hand months ago.
Yeah.
And so she cut her hand off, guys, for you don't know, but she cut her, in the world of Walking Dead, if you're bitten somewhere you can cut your arm or leg off before it spreads.
Yeah,
You can
like
save
Herschel's
yourself.
leg, but here's my thing with that is I think that storyline is going to turn out that she was just sick from regular infection, because I mean she pretty much hacked that thing off. So I think she's just got like an infection, and she's sweating and stuff like that. I think if she gets good medication or whatever, she'll be all right.
Yeah, just gives a little,
like she can find
antibiotic.
Yeah. But I think that's I don't know. Maybe they are going a different way with the storyline, where they're going to say, okay, well, maybe she's got the cure with her or something. I don't know, but
maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
It was I'm happy with it as long as they continue. I just want them to tell their story a little bit different, but I think it's still good. I'm enjoying it. But the big, huge thing that they announced right after the last episode is that Madison is coming back.
Yep, Mama's coming home.
Yes. Now, so I'm really excited. Kim Dickens, she was one of the original stars of the show Fear the Walking Dead, and then they brought Morgan over, and then basically brought Morgan over from Walking Dead and basically replaced her as the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even though we never really saw her die, so it was always the speculation that she might come back.
I like when they do that. I don't, if it's a good character like that, leave it a chance that they may come back. You know what I mean? I'm glad that it wasn't as much like Rick, because we kind of knew that they were going to make movies with Rick before that happened, which I wish we hadn't known that, because that would have led on to like, oh man. But with her, we didn't know if she was dead or not. And in my mind, I kind of figured at some point she was going to come back. You know what I mean? Because the way they usually are is, like with your other stars, with Shane and all of them, they just killed them all. Like they're gone.
Oh yeah, you see them die. Yeah, exactly.
It's always a good death too, though.
True, but I'm happy she's back. What I don't want to see happen now, though, is I don't want to see her come back and Alicia die in the same episode or something like that. You know what I mean? I would like to see
that. Would be messed
but I feel
up,
like
man.
that it would be terrible. Like they don't even or maybe they don't even get to see each other. They keep fighting to see each other. They keep fighting, trying to make the way to each other. And then she gets there at the last minute just to see Alicia die or something.
Like that would be so sad.
Or maybe, so I don't want Alicia to die.
Maybe they'll be against each other. One will have to kill the other.
Madison, you know what? I always was assuming that Madison might be again with Morgan and Strand, or with Morgan and Alicia. But let's say Morgan, let's say Madison's with
Side the other
Strand.
way. Yeah, you never
You
know,
know,
man.
I
All
never
she
even thought
wanted
about
was
that,
a
Jason. So
safe,
you just
secure
said it.
place. Her, the whole
Exactly.
time, a safe, secure place. And
Gonna be
he's kind of
curious.
got it.
Yep. I'll be anxious to see where she's been these past few years too.
Yeah. It's
It'll be
good.
good.
And
Yeah.
it's keeping me on. So I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
Walking Dead comes back when? January?
I
Is that
believe it
right?
does.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe like mid-January. So I'm anxious for
Yeah.
that one last season. So
Yeah, that'll
it'll
come
be
up.
good.
That starts soon. And then so we gotta wait. Oh, you're right. I was thinking we were on a winter break, but then that'll Fear the Walking Dead will start probably after that ends then, like
Yeah.
in March or something. So
Yeah.
yeah. So all good stuff, man. Um, yeah, I think we've said it all, but we want to definitely get in there, recap some of those great shows. I do want to just give if you guys are looking for something to watch over the winter break, we mentioned Chucky. I'm actually checking out a show right now that I think is pretty good. It's called Yellow Jackets.
Yeah.
It's one that's almost like Lord of the Rings / Lost type deal thing. It is. It's kind of about a group of girls and group of girls. They're an elite soccer team on the way to nationals. Plane crash in the Rockies, and mayhem ensues. And I'll leave it at that. It's got
Can
a great
almost
cast.
figure out there's gonna be some cannibalism going on up in there.
I
19
don't want to
months.
give anything away. I don't want
You
to
would
give. Yeah,
have to.
oh yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
also lost.
watch
I didn't
it,
say
man.
they're lost in the woods for 19 months, and then it flashes back. Then real quick, just gonna give you a little insight, and then the story's told what's happening there, and then there's also showing them 25 years later in present day or whatever it is, present day time, um, with Juliette Lewis and Christina Ricci, who are really great actresses.
Oh, cool.
They're playing some of the adult girls and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, and something crazy happened. You know what I mean? Something crazy happened, and they don't not saying what, but definitely something did. And it's just good. It's really good. Wife and I are checking it out. So if you're looking for another great show that's horror themed, little horror thriller, even a little humor in there too,
Yeah.
check it out. Check it out.
You've got me intrigued. I'm gonna check it out. And don't forget to
Indeed, my friend.
watch Christmas Dinner.
Yes, don't forget to watch Chris Dinner. Again, we thank you guys very much for the
Yes.
support. We definitely appreciate it. And you know what? If you got any other ideas about movies you want us to do, or any ideas like that, feel free to let us know. Maybe we'll
Yep.
incorporate some of your ideas.
Yeah.
That goes along with the show too. Let us know about any upcoming shows you want us to talk about, any themes. We'd love to do it.
Yeah. We're trying to put something together at least once every couple of months, if not every month.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yep. I'll have to check my contract, Jason, to see if we're all doing it on a monthly
What's
basis.
hold on, I'm losing you.
Oh man. Well, guys, again, thank you very much for joining us. I think we're going to wrap up now. We definitely appreciate it. And happy holidays out to you guys,
Yes.
to everyone out there. You get your Christmas shopping done.
Yeah.
Ping us if you want to know specifically what we want from you. We'll be more than happy to add to your list.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Anything.
Yeah, guys. No, but we definitely appreciate your support. Jason, my friend, am I forgetting anything? Have I said it all?
I think that's all. I think we're going to shoot for one next week, kind of recap on the year and talk about some upcoming series and movies coming out for the beginning of next year.
Indeed. All right, my friend. Well, thank you very much, my friend. It's been a pleasure as always.
Yeah, thank you, Lee. Merry Christmas to you, man, and I hope you get everything you desire.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Same to you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.